What is your misheard song lyrics and how long until you noticed that you were wrong? For some reason I thought both the name and lyrics in The Winner Takes It All by ABBA were actually The Winter Takes It All, like the season winter, and it seemed so mythical, like wow, winter takes all good? So cool. That was until my mother pointed out that I was wrong all along. Well, at least lyrics make perfect sense now. I like to hear things wrong. With the Elton John song that says don't let the sun go down on me, I hear don't let your sun go down on me. Also this Tool song when he says shouting every step I take, it sounded to me like he said shouting every step I take lol. I asked this guy that was really into that song if that's what it said, and he got so pissed he twitched, corrected me while yelling "oh I died" and started the song over because he said I ruined it. I looked at a friend and we were both stifling laughter at the silly immature joke and how serious that weirdo took it, and the guy was trying to dance like a hard ass, if you can imagine whatever that is. Always thought Bye Bye Miss American Pie was Bye Bye Miss America Bye. The Black Widow movie made me tempted to Google the lyrics, and when I did I found out it was Miss American Pie. 10/10 would rather go back in time and stay oblivious because Miss American Pie is worse than Miss America Pie in my opinion. In the Sheryl Crow song All I Wanna Do Is Have Some Fun, the next line I heard until the sun comes up on a sentimental work of art, also not mine but pretty funny misheard from a friend, is Rems losing my religion, let's peep in the corner. 2 Chainz, I'm different, yeah I'm different, pull up to the scene with my ceiling missing. I seriously thought he said pull up to the scene on my silly mission and still like to sing that instead. Listen to the song and tell me he's not on a silly mission, with his ceiling missing. For years I thought the Fine Young Cannibals were singing She Drives Me Crazy, like long white hair instead of the correct She Drives Me Crazy, like no one else. I also thought Squeeze was singing Pulling Muscles for Michelle, rather than Pulling Muscles from Michelle. I've also given away my age here, ha. Counting Crows, Big Yellow Taxi. They paved paradise and put up a parking lot, with a pink hotel, a boutique, and a swinging hot spot. Don't it always seem to go, that you don't know what you got till it's gone? They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. For some reason I always heard they paved paradise and put up a fucking lie. With this lyric swap the song retains the original message perfectly, so it's easy to see how I would make that mistake. Also, this song is more relevant now than ever. Slipknot Liberate, do you like bananas? Actual lyrics, Liberate My Madness, Daft Punk Face to Face, Too Long, Mr. Footlong. Actual lyrics, You Are Face to Face Now, Bad Omens Dethrone, Never Mind, Take Me to the Party Gang. Actual lyrics, Here Am I, Take Me to the Pearly Gates. This was my friend. After a shocked Pikachu face at about a minute of uncontrollable laughter, I corrected her. The song was TLC Waterfalls, what she said, Stone Cold Jason Waterfalls, what it really is, don't go chasing waterfalls. Chillin' out max and relaxin' all cool, and shooting some meatball outside of the school. To the white, suburban child that I was, meatball seemed like a perfectly clever slang for a basketball, since many basketballs are brown. It was not until my late 20s that my husband caught me with this mistake. I will never live it down. It took me a while to learn the actual lyric from Us and Them by Pink Floyd. Actual lyric, haven't you heard ? It's a battle of words. The poster bearer cried. What I heard. Haven't you heard ? It's a battle of words, and most of them are mine. I still can't unhear it, no matter how hard I try. Britney Spears Womanizer. For years I thought it went like this. Lollipop, you're the stick and I'm the sucker. After looking up the lyrics I learned it's actually lollipop, must mistake me. You're a sucker. Honorable mention goes to We Will Rock You for the following misheard lyrics. You got mud on your face. Big disgrace. Somebody better put a bag into your place. This song by Edie Brickell and the New Bohemians. What I always heard choked me in the shallow water before I get too deep, and my friends were like, that's ridiculous. She has to be saying shove me in the shallow water before I get too deep, which makes more sense and is less morbid. This was before the internet. Well, once Google and internet posting of song lyrics come along, I was right. She is singing choke me, not shove me. I realize this goes against the OP's original question, but I still wanted to share. I've had giant arguments with people over lyrics because I don't typically get them wrong, so whenever I do, I'm convinced I must be right. Justin Timberlake's Mirrors was a bitch. The first chorus lead-in goes like this. "'Cause with your hand in my hand, and a pocket full of soul, I can tell you there's no place we couldn't go. Just put your hand on the past, I'll be trying to pull you through. You just gotta be strong." For the longest time, I was convinced that it's actually hand on the glass, but upon re-listening 10+ times, I cannot deny the very obvious P sound at the start of the word. There's also a distinct lack of an L sound. Edge of 17 by Stevie Nicks. Real lyrics. Just like the white-winged dove sings a song, sounds like she's singing what I sang. Just like the one-winged dove sings a song, Sans actually singing along to it in the car. A friend said, "Wait, what?" Explain the error of my ways. I was probably 35 and maybe I'd heard the song for the first time as a teenager. I used to love the Cranberries and especially their song Zombie, which my cool older sister introduced me to. I used to think the lyrics in your head and even the chorus zombie was some other language. Gaelic maybe because I knew they were Irish, but my 11-year-old had heard Zava Zava had died of your horse something. Definitely not zombie or in your head. I had been listening to them on repeat and was singing the song aloud when my sister asked me what I thought the lyrics were, and I was so proud of myself for learning a few words of a different language, and she just laughed and told me what the real lyrics were. I used to not know the name of the song LA Woman by The Doors for a good portion of my younger life. During the middle of the song, Jim starts singing LA Woman, LA Woman, LA Woman Sunday afternoon. For like half my life I just thought he was saying any woman gonna have to do tonight. A boop boop do 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 ooh do do. I would hear that part, smile, and think, you go get Jim, whatever your dirty ass can get, bro, it's okay with me. There's this jingle from a German sausage ad. It says Pommerschaus dem Buchenwatch, Pommersch, the sausage, smoked with beach. What I understood was Pommerschauf den Kuchendrauf, Pommersch on top of cake. Thought it's just some weird thing people do, putting sausage on cake. In Dionne Warwick's rendition of Burt Bacharach's I'll Never Fall in Love Again, I always thought the answer to what do you get when you kiss a guy was you get another chance to catch pneumonia. Apparently, what you actually get is enough germs to catch pneumonia. I figured it out after about 45 years. I'd really love to see you tonight by England Anne, and John Ford Coley has the line, I'm not talking about moving in, but I had always heard, I'm not talking about the limit. I finally read the lyrics one day, and was completely dumbfounded. Now I can hear both when I listen to the song, kind of like Green Needle / Brainstorm. Give it a listen. For francophones, the opening line of the Unforgiven Enter the Sandman be Metallica, which is, new blood joins this earth, and quickly it's subdued. Sounds like new battens deu evs at key ilsenks, which translates to we beat the eggs and tweet they are soft. I can't hear it otherwise now. In the song Leave the Bourbon of the Shelf by The Killers, one line says, I love you endlessly, but I always heard it as, I love you. and Leslie, and was always confused by it. Found out when I expressed my confusion to my wife and started suggesting what he could mean, like maybe Leslie is their daughter or something. She laughed at me for a long time before explaining it to me, whereupon I felt like an idiot for the rest of our marriage, which, as of this writing, includes the present day. Not me, but my dad listened to a lot of pop remixes and things when he was training to run marathons. I recall a few remixes, and one of those was for Hannah, We Found Love feat. Calvin Harris. After several months of him training, and actually completing a half marathon, I remember we were playing some sort of drawing mobile game where you're supposed to guess what the other person is drawing. I can't remember it so fully, but I recall him being prompted to draw the song title and drew a couple and labeled the blank area open space. I don't know why I found it so funny at the time. I think it's because he listened to it so often but thought she was singing We Found Love in an open space. I took my mom and girlfriend to a Steve Miller concert, rest in peace Mom, so when he was playing Big Oliver Jet Airliner ... I looked over at my mom ... she was stoned and smiling to weird ... dancing and singing along ... but what I heard ... wasn't what he was singing. I said, Mom ... what the fuck you saying? She looked at me and said Big Ol' Jet Airliner. Listen to the song. For years when it came on the radio while she was driving, she'd call me and sing Big Ol' Jet Airliner ... laughing and making fun of herself. Very fond and funny memory of misunderstood lyrics. Jet Airliner. As a sci-fi obsessed kid without any religious background, carry a laser down the road that you must travel. Carry a laser through the darkness of the night just seemed like good advice. I assumed that Carrie was just the name of the laser-wielding hero of the song by Mr. I honestly don't think I found out it was supposed to be Kyrie Listen until I was in my 30s and tried to look up the song on the internet. I was a teen when Girls Just Wanna Have Fun came out, and I loved it then. We all did. I still turn up the radio if that song comes on. I have it on a playlist or two, even now. About a month ago I realized I was singing What in the World Can They Stop? Oh girls, they wanna have fun. It's when the working day is done. Oh girls, they wanna have fun. I've been singing it drunk in my head since ... 1985 or so. There are probably a dozen more 80s songs I still rock out to that I sing completely wrong. See, I never sing them out loud, and my pre-internet/searchable song lyric brain has never questioned it. Staying Alive by Bee Gees. In Denmark it's a common misheard lyrics among people my age from when we were kids. Instead of staying alive, it was heard as Stena Line. Stena Line is a shipping company. I was almost in my teen years when I found out they didn't sing about ferries. In the intro and the outro of Peter Gabriel's song Games Without Frontiers, there's a woman who sings the song's title in French, Sans Frontières. Not being a francophone, I always heard that as she's so funky, yeah. Elton John and your song. It's only till recently I've been singing I Kicked Off to Mars. I sat on a roof and kicked off the moss. Makes so much more sense than what been singing, but in my head I was like perfectly normal to sit on a roof and kick off to Mars cause he sang Rocketman. True story. I was a child when Never Gonna Give You Up first came out, and I wasn't yet paying attention to song titles, or, apparently, much of the verses. Every time he sang Never in the chorus, I heard Then We're, which drastically changes the meaning of the song. Then we're gonna give you up, then we're gonna let you down, then we're gonna run around and desert you, then we're gonna make you cry, then we're gonna say goodbye, then we're gonna tell a lie and hurt you. I grew up thinking Rick Astley and his friends were a bunch of cold-hearted bastards until Rickrolling became a thing and I listened to the song again. Sorry, Rick, you're an okay guy. I am not a venue pianist, singer, but I'm able to do basically this with my friends during outings and parties on both guitar and piano by finding chords for the requested song. I basically need to have heard the song at least once, and in most cases I can do a passable version. Playing them professionally and not with a bunch of semi-drunk buddies is a whole different story, so I hope you get your answer. I do pride myself for trying to still do a good job. As pianist for a wedding reception at an upscale restaurant bar with a grand piano, I was asked to play the mother of the groom's favorite song. She was a little tiddly, her word, when she made the request, so I thought she said, "Love is a long and slender thing," instead of "love is a many-splendored thing." It took several minutes before I figured out what song she was actually requesting. Tom Petty's Free Fallin'. I thought he said, "She loves cheeses," in American too. In my mind, this girl was such a cheese fan she didn't discriminate against Kraft singles. I was definitely in my mid-20s before I realized I was wrong. Boulevard of Broken Dreams by Green Day. I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes, but it's home to me, and I walk alone. How many people thought it was, but it's only me. I still feel like it could be the real lyric and everyone else is just mishearing it. Sure, it would have been a bit redundant, but damn it, I still stand by it. I want to rock and roll all night and part of every day. I didn't figure it out until I was an adult. One of my friends heard Evil Woman as Medieval Woman, and I always hear it that way now. It cracks me up. I also read somewhere that in Beat It, someone heard part of the chorus as Beat It, beat it. No one wants a beef Vegeta, and that also cracks me up. It's beat it, beat it. No one wants to be defeated. My White Stripes one was the hottest button to button. I thought there was some famous American town or location called Tibetan, and he was singing about a woman who had the hottest butt in Tibetan. We are going to be friends by the White Stripes, Jack White. I always thought he said teacher marks are hide against the wall. I was like, that's kind of morbid for a little kid's song. He must be doing a cover of an old-timey song when teachers beat kids. It's teacher marks our height against the wall. Duh, so obvious. Feel very stupid. CH changes turn and face the strange. CH changes don't tell them to blow up Parliament. The last line is actually don't tell them to grow up and out of it. I sang this wrong for decades before I ever bothered to look up the lyrics. In Prince Ali and Aladdin there's a lyric that goes, "He's got 95 white Persian monkeys." I thought I heard it as virgin monkeys. Needless to say, I was curious what the gene thought those monkeys were going to be used for if the fact they were virgin was a selling point. When I taught English in China, there was a girl, about 9, who was very talented at English and was immensely proud of being able to sing this whole song. Her parents were so impressed with her. It is so uncomfortable to hear it sung by a kid, but I just couldn't think of a tactful way to burst their bubble. Okay, this settles that I am an utter moron. Since forever, I thought it's you can brush my hair. I'm breastv everywhere and never bothered checking. Now that word makes no sense and even less written down, but in Croatian breastva is peach. For the longest fucking time, my brain has completely glanced over the fact that it is mixing a single Croatian word into the song, because having a peachy skin can be an actual thing, like beautiful and smooth skin. So I always perceived that I'm peachy everywhere, and this just dawned upon me. Holy moly. Barbie Girl by Aqua. You can brush my hair, undress me everywhere. During my childhood I misheard it as, you can brush my hair and dress me everywhere. More than 10 years later I realized that the song wasn't about playing with Barbie dolls. I'm glad this is here. This song is from my high school years. I know the lyrics, I've sung it a million times, but it's still 100% random whether my brain chooses to sing War Cologne or Walk Alone each time it comes on. both versions exist in the same space in my head. It's like singing American Pie and suddenly realizing I'm singing The Saga Begins. My brain just skips and it's totally seamless. What's my age again? Blink 182. I work alone. To get the feeling right. For at least 15 years I thought it was I walk alone to get the feeling right.